The Very High Readiness Joint Task Force was conceived at NATO's 2014 Wales Summit. The VJTF would be a rapidly deployable multinational land, air and sea formation. It was to be the spearhead for an expanded 40,000-strong NATO response force. The move followed Russia's Crimean annexation and suspected part in the Ukraine conflict. NATO countries bordering Russia, like Poland and the Baltic states, felt threatened. The alliance wanted the VJTF to reassure nervous allies. Today the formation is reality, with a land element ready to move at 5 days' notice. Since the 1st of January, 60% of its 5,000 troops have been British. The main contributor is 20th Armoured Infantry Brigade, and its units are on high alert. A deployment is never ruled out. Here's the brigade's commander, Brigadier Mike Elvis, speaking last year.
There is an absolute expectation that will be used, and there's an absolute expectation that we'll deploy somewhere next year. In terms of what events might trigger that deployment, well, we're the NATO spearhead element, we're the spearhead of the land component, and I could see us deploying to assure a host nation, to deter an adversary, and if required, to defend ground against any belligerent action.
This is the Army's biggest commitment since Afghanistan. 2 of the VJTF's 5 battle groups will be British. Denmark, Poland and Spain are contributing the others. A further 9 countries are supporting the British-led NATO force. Amid all this, there's one big question. If Russia really wanted to invade a NATO country, could the VJTF prevent it?
I think it is worth just noting, however, that the VJTF is but a part of the wider NATO response force, but that we are the tip of the spear. But if I was sat in Estonia as an example, and I knew a multinational brigade based on a British armoured infantry brigade was deploying to reassure me, I would feel good about that.
The VJTF isn't Britain's only offer of reassurance to Russia's NATO neighbours this year. 5 rifles are to lead a multinational battle group in Estonia. In April, 150 members of the Light Dragoons will deploy to Poland. At least that's NATO's plan, which will also need the support of Donald Trump. And the incoming US president has only spoken warmly of Russia's leader. Rob Olver, Forces News, Germany.